Usually, okay, so full transparency, recording has actually just now started, so if you've been here listening, all right, recording. All right, I'm going to say that one more time for the general public, and then we're going to move on, probably going back to lost money on T9. So, like, on T9, like, the breakout technically occurred over 138, didn't get confirmation until 146. Stop if you had a 15% stop loss on it. It's back down here just underneath where the 21 EMA is, or just at the 21 EMA. So technically, if you're playing what Mike teaches, then you're still in this, but it does look like it's going to go back down there and touch it. So we shall see. Sorry that sucks. This is, again, just one more time for the recording. Like, this is one of the reasons why Mike doesn't play on Fridays anymore, because it's historically his worst day of trading. The other part to that is this, though. The other part to that is this. On Fridays, typically, what I was saying before I went live, or before I hit the record button, was this. There's usually 2 or 3 of them that look halfway decent. Now, MWYN finally did break back above 100%. It was only like 60% when we got up this morning. This one's actually worked out okay, to be quite honest with you. I didn't really like it, so I didn't call it, I didn't officially call it. I did mention it. But the fact of the matter is this. We had just recently broken down underneath where we are sitting right now. And I saw like spike, and I really just wasn't super comfortable with it. However, at this point, you're back at break even. You were about, like 6.5%, 7% up at the very top right there. So, you're only looking at, so far, you probably maybe only made like 5% if you went ahead and took profit on it right now. But it hasn't hit stop loss yet. T9 was my favorite. We had played T9 before. It's always treated us well. I've just never done me dirty before until today so far. If you want to stretch this out just a little bit, give it maybe like a 16 or 17% stop loss, just to kind of let it see if it's going to tag that 21 and bounce back up again. But this is why I like T9. Like, we've fallen back, but back in March we were hitting like $5+, and then we pulled back here, and we've pretty much been trading flat. So like, there hasn't been any super recent resistance except for like at 136. And soon when I saw it, we were already pushing above 136, and I thought, sure, we'll give T9 a try. What the heck did I just put on my chart? Okay. So with T9, the reason why I liked it is because it's looked a lot more solid. But beyond that, on Fridays typically, if you can find 2 or 3 that look maybe halfway decent, I mean, like good setups, you know what I'm saying? Then typically what I find is that if there are day traders that are going to push stocks that day, one of them will start breaking out. And if you have one of them that starts breaking out, just keep an eye on the other, not number 2 and 3, like the second and third on your list, not the top gainers, but on your list, right? And you can almost watch as one hits like its third push and stops pushing as hard, that one of those other 2 will start moving. You can almost just kind of guarantee they're just rolling through those top 3 contenders for the day, and you can see that see it kind of like roll through and kind of pop, like they'll finish that second one off, and as soon as the volume starts falling out of that second one, they'll go to that third one, and usually about the third one on Friday, they're kind of done. If it's a really good day and you see several of them up over 60 and 70%, maybe you can find one back down here close to the bottom. And on a typical day like that, usually these bottom ones might have like a 20 and then 30% right around in here. So like, the fact that we got 12% movers on the bottom of the freaking top gainers list for the today is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way we should see that if we've got any real momentum in the market. And but what'll happen is like sometimes you'll find one back down here that looks just really kind of nice. That's making like the smallest, teeniest candles ever, and it'll break out just over its breakout, and then you'll have to wait all day long to get like a 9 or 10% gain out of it. But it's like a super smooth play. Like I'm looking forward to getting back to those days. I hope maybe during the fall we'll start to see those. September is historically the worst day worst month in the market for gains. Well, I'll just have to wait and see how that plays. You know, people trying to get their kids back in school, people coming back off of vacations, you know, but hopefully towards the end of September, October, we'll see those jokers start running again. November, I've historically had a really, really good Novembers. It's when new trends start to hit, like when everybody for years and years hated reverse splits, and a few years ago, just randomly, like everybody started loving reverse splits. Everybody go, oh, reverse split, and they would just pump the ever living crap out of that thing. And it was awesome. And that started like right around Thanksgiving a few years ago. And so November tends to, in my opinion, tends to kind of give us some new ways to trade and some more profitable things. So just, you know, while we're going through into people, you know, kids starting back school, getting into that weird little section where like summer's ending and fall starting, and you know, it's typically the market's in a little bit of a lull. Like just be cautious, play a little extra safe, maybe even waiting to see if any of them are going to break out before you decide to take any of them. Like, you know, but that's just a Friday thing, honestly, for me. I think that if I got like 2 or 3 on the list, I'll wait to see if the first one will ever actually break out and give us a clean move before I even start playing for the day. But T9 was still technically just the smoothest one that I noticed. It's got a really decent free float back at like 7.5 million. The volume was really good this morning, relative and otherwise. You know, it's good volume period, but then relatively it was still big. So we still technically haven't hit a stop loss on T9 from the breakout, but it's not looking real good right now. So it is just blah. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll come back and look at it here in just a little bit. This one's absolutely, like basically the only two that looked even halfway decent was T9 and NWYM, and I didn't really even like that. And you can see after that 6-7% push right there, it's really kind of losing its luster at this point. So BTIAI, maybe if we can get a close and open back over VWAP, but even this one doesn't look too appetizing for me, to be quite honest with you. Yes, 5.5 million free float. It's not bad. Decent volume. Really good relative volume. Really good relative volume. Decent volume overall, though, still. And we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. But if things aren't going to move in the market, that's fine too. All right, let's go look at what we've got today. Something I'm doing a little back testing on. We'll work with that later. Opening range. This is a 30-minute. This is the 15-minute. Right? Oh, no. That's the 1 hour. Here. Which happens to basically be the exact same thing. Past couple of days. Most days they're pretty stinking close, but we'll kind of keep it on there anyway. Just to see what's up. We are way down here. This is probably the pullback people were actually waiting on. We'll take this off just to kind of clean it up just a little bit for now. Oh, excuse me. I was like, it's right here. I'm like, where? Jeez. Okay. So we're back down here. I've got some pretty close ranges on this one. It does seem to be working out fairly well. Not loving anything I'm absolutely looking at right now either. I may need to back out and release some of these levels I got on here. They're good levels, but like, man, I do have a lot of them, don't I? All right, let's see what we got. Let's see which ones we can kind of dial in here. I mean, on the 1 hour chart, that's still like we've just moved so many points. How many points is that? Where? I guess 668. Yeah, I mean I guess that's pretty close together. I did kind of bunch them up, didn't I? 78. Blah. That'd have been a great pushback off of that one. Either one. Just set up my levels for now off of what I see. Let's see if we can adjust anything for today, or if I need to adjust anything today. There's one win that could have happened. There's a win that could have happened. There it goes. There's a loss that would have happened. There's a win that would have happened, though. Oh, not quite. I guess it'll still been in it. So 1 loss, 1 win, 2 wins. Three wins. That might have been a loss too. That's a weird candle. Oh, that was 8:30. That's why. Maybe it would have tapped it right there if I'd have got in exactly where I needed to. Let's go look at the rest of the news for the day, and technically, I guess, the week. So, do I have any questions? I told y'all to come with some questions today, man. Dude. Dan. Has anybody ever told you like the guy from Whiskey Tribe? On YouTube? The little sommelier guy? Maybe you look a little taller than he does, but... Oh, where has my baby gone? Today. All right, so we had some Atlanta news earlier this week, and Michigan. I just saw Atlanta. Maybe it was just updating, or maybe I'm just going crazy. All right, 8:30. Yeah, we had 2 3-star news. That was those crazy candles right there, and that's what happened. Non-farm payrolls came out, not good for the USD. And let's see, unemployment rate came out just as expected. Nothing too different or exciting. And in 10 minutes, we've got the S&P Global Manufacturing. That's oh, market's open. Freak. I'm moving slow today. So that's 9:45. Then that's good. 9:45. We'll probably wait until that happens till I really start setting up any big plays. And then ISM manufacturing PMI and manufacturing prices at 10 o'clock. I mean, how do you make plays? How do you make plays while that crap's happening? There we go. All right. So, what did I just do? I did not mean to do that. Yes. So if you're squeamish about the market or about losing trades, today may be a good day to not trade at all. But I think I might look for something. I think it's going to keep pushing here. At least back down to that little zone. Wake up. Wake up, my brokerage. Wake up. Oh, don't tell me it's not working. I might not be taking trades anyway. Is anybody else not able to see trader.tradeovate.com? Or is that just me? Oh. Or maybe... Oh, no, I can't see anything. There it goes. It's weird. I'm a little hesitant to go long off of this zone. It looks like we got plenty of pressure back over here. Looks like yep, we got some sellers in the market right now. You guys got to talk to me. It's Friday. I shut up. Somebody say hi at least. Jeez. I mean, most of the time, at least somebody's got their mic unmuted talking about, I don't know, something.
Hi, Phil.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to unmute a couple people who are server muted, give you the chance to ask questions if you'd like to. Unless you got your background back on. Wow, okay. Maybe I should turn my volume on and see what's happening. All right, so we got some volume here. The fact that we pushed pretty hard, obviously there's a lot of volume in that first 5 minute candle. It's only the second 5 minute candle, so it's not like, you know, this is the T9 went. Are you kidding me? Yeah, baby. Oh man, look at that though. It came down and just wicked right past that 21 EMA. So you know, I'm sure there were people who got stopped out right there, or who stopped themselves out. But man, if you held into that and were just ballsy as crap, that was fantastic. That was a 24% move to the top of that candle. MWYN. Just FYI, I did not call that one for a reason. Lobo is that technically, I guess, is a breakout, but confirmation was only like 47% above the freaking breakout level when it happened, so that's no good. T9 technically may have been a winner if you had stretched your stop loss there, you back down, and you just held right through it, tapping right off the freaking bottom of it. But that's awesome. This one right here, back to NQ. We've got the volume building on this one. The fact that it's trying to hold right here with that volume creeping in is good, but like it's that doji, it's that indecision candle with a volume not as quite as great as the other one. It's still huge though, but it is still the second 5 minute candle of the day, and that's probably not a good you know, deal. What we would love to see the volume really shove this thing through this level, and when it come back and retest the bottom of that level, for it to be an itty bitty volume candle. And that would help us understand that, you know, that the people who were in the move to push it down are not part of the people who let it come back up to that level. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we do here. Does it push back up, or does it continue down? I think I'm going to go short if we break that back down below this wick right here. Let's just see what happens. I'm just taking a very small position. I'm just, you know, it's still first 15 minutes of the market. I'm not trying to be all crazy and stuff.
Stop filled.
Oh, there it is. I'm in. I'll put my stop loss kind of back up here at 007. Let's see if it keeps pushing. Alright, here we go. We're pushing in. Seller's still in the market right now as far as I'm concerned. Short is the way to leave it. T9 pulling back to break even at that point. So somewhere between break even and 24%-ish is kind of what you had to work with there. So I hope that worked out for you. If you lost some money on it, you know, it's just part of the game. Today is a sloppy day in general. All right, it's yeah, it's moving. This is why I had a super small position, because we still could theoretically keep pushing down. It's a very small amount of volume compared to those first two candles. I'd really like it to see it just like keep falling. I keep on falling. Yeah. Live. What was the other one I had? I don't see it. Oh, it's down here. Is it this one? Oh, yep, there it is. Ooh, wee. All right. Here's my balcony views for NQ and ES. NQ falling below this this level right here at 6. Sorry, that's ES 62.82. Potential move back down to 62.59. NQ pushing back down to what seems to be a pretty decent primary level right here. Let's go to the 15-minute just to kind of help get a better bird's eye view of kind of what's going on. Right back down here to 22.919. Not that one. All right, so if we can hit 919, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll move my stop loss to about break even, right about there. Just cause it's Friday. What was that, 82? Yeah, let's move it to 82. I'll move it back up just a hair. So if it pulls back up, I will get stopped out for a very small loss, but I want to make sure I give it room. If I wanted to be a little more aggressive, I could probably put it down here, which is basically about break even. Doesn't really change anything at that point. I do want to see this candle break. Keep going here. Probably get a little bit of a bounce. That's fine. But I've only got one small position. I'm just going to let it go. I'm up like $200 with 2 micros. It's kind of hard to beat. I don't know. Maybe I'll take that. It's Friday. Oof, that's tough. I mean, we could keep dumping, but probably what's going to happen is I would assume, just because it's Friday, unless this is just the dump on the market, right? The dump on the market kind of tells me like maybe the retailers are just going to finish selling this thing off for the rest of the day. But Friday typically means that we're gonna I don't know, the sellers are there. Friday typically means we push out of a range a little bit. Out of a range, like either to the top or the bottom of it, and then we just sit there in range the rest of the day. But now I'm up $260 with 2 micros. And I think I'm going to move my stop loss to at least 955. And if it came up and stopped me out there, I'd be pretty pissed at this point. But if we bounce here, I want to give it. It might range back up here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my stop loss to 944. I'll give it 2 more points. And if we break and retest this level, I'll add to my position. How about that? Up $300 with 2 micros. Oh, that was a nice little play. Good continuation. Oof. We're swinging back above it. Don't you freaking do it. Little fathead. The sellers are still there. That's why I love that little short-term RSI, man. We got a long ways to go to pump it back up here. We're at 12. We got oversold real fast right there. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna sit here and watch it. If I get stopped out, I'll lose quite a good chunk of what I've got right here. But I'm just trying to give it some room. Just give it some room. Where have I got it at? I'd probably, honestly, at this point, if I would have taken a larger position, I would have scaled out some at this point to make sure it doesn't come back. And then if we come back over the bottom of this and would have broken retest here, I'd probably just added back that position that I'd already taken. We should have, not the full position, but the position that I'd already taken. And then, like, if we got back down here, I'd take some more. And if we broke underneath and retested, I would add back to that position and just let it go. But let's see what we got here. Oh, gosh. Sorry. There we go. Back underneath it. $330 with 2 micros. There we go. I'm going to move my stop loss down 13 points to 931. That's where I really, really like using those Heikin-Ashi candles. Just once I'm in the play, just really being able to just kind of manage that trade fairly well. Just from a momentum perspective. Just so you guys know, I mean, I haven't really I don't really dig into this much because I think there are a lot of different ways to do it. This really works when there's momentum, and if it's super choppy, it sucks. it sucks real bad. Because it'll come up and go wick, and then it'll keep running back down. A lot of times the best thing to do is just, if you've got a candle that's still developing and is still kind of dabbling around the middle of that previous candle, best thing to do is just leave it behind that candle until it starts to move. Once you kind of get this far away from it and you see like the average candle move has kind of already been made, the thought that it's probably going to blow back up through this candle and push all the way back here, unless it's a reversal, is going to be pretty hard pressed. So if nothing else, what you can do is you can take this, you can move it back down to about 45% of this previous candle right here. So if it's going to move, it's going to do that. So here at this point, still kind of taking this position at this point at 932. And kind of leaving it right there for now, letting us see how we do this, because we could come back and retest. If we retest here, I think that's where I'll add to that position. It should average me down to where my stop loss is still in profit at that point. Hey, baby.
Love you.
Love you too.
Probably later.
Okay. Gonna knock him dead. I mean, not literally. Don't kill anybody today. She might. No, she wouldn't. I can't. That's recorded. That might incriminate her. But T9 back on the freaking list. That's what I'm talking about. It's choppy. 32%. Hit 32%. Huh?
You in here whispering about me?
Yeah, I was just saying how much I love you. And that you would never kill anybody on purpose. Dang, Lobo freaking went. Lobo didn't even get a chance for anybody to play it. Lobo is pulling back, but it shot up. And there's only 36%. How does it look so huge right there, and it's only up 32 freaking percent or 36% on the day. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, the moves there, absolute trash. NWYN T9, the only one called today. It was sketch, but if you held it, or if you played the re-break, I mean, if you played, basically we re-broke the original, and re-broke the new high, and away we go. Any of those would have been nice. At that point, you're still up 27%, even if you had gotten back in it. No shame in that game. All right, we are. Ooh, I missed my retest. Dadgummit. I'm not chasing it. That's fine. I'm up $350 with 2 micros. Playing small. I'm not giving Friday a chance to make my day miserable. Dang. Can't believe I freaking missed it. Grant going short on QQQ and SPY. Are you in the chat? Yeah, he is. Q891 short order. Where was that at? Oh, right there. 891. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Man, look at that beautiful break and retest right there. God, freaking missed it though. I would have loved it. I would have loved it. I should have been ready to add to my position. I got distracted. Forgot to take my ginkgo biloba this morning, I guess. I don't really take that, but this is how we do it. No one. Golly, I mean, I know it's Friday, but somebody say something. Michael was the only one that said something to me.
We're all paying attention to the charts.
You don't want to miss a play like I did.
Exactly. We're learning from ourselves.
There you go. Absolutely beautiful. Missed this trade right at open because it was right at open, and honestly, I wasn't paying attention, but I wouldn't have taken that anyway. But that was still good. And then we played break of this as continuation. Kept our stop loss away from it. It moved. Here we go. This might be. We're losing some momentum to the downside. Not loving this. But look, here's the good thing about it. We've got almost matched volume. Look how small that bull candle is. Like they're not pushing it very hard right now. So I don't know if I want to add to this position because we didn't really get right there to my zone. But it does look like we're trying to build in potentially a little range right here on the 2 minute. I kind of like it. I kind of like it just a little bit. And if it pushes back up, if we can touch it again and not break it, I'll try to add to this position. No, you got to come up a little higher than that. You started a range now. I can't go off that level anymore. I want it to come up here and touch in this zone. Auto zone. I've already made lower lows on this 2 minute right here. We're pushing down. Let's see if this is going to be a rollover or if this is going to be safe for me to get back into. Oof. Oof. Are you going to do it? Alright, I'm going. I'm going short.
Order filled.
There we go. I'm going to place my stop loss right on the other side of this. 915-ish. 920. 919. I'll give it 919. No, I don't. Yeah. Give it 916. If it stops me out, play's done. I'm going to lose some money on this part of the transaction, but I should be up over $200 still at that point. I probably should have waited for it to actually turn back around and go back. That's what Grant would have done. So if we blow through here, then I'm out. That's fine. No biggie. I guess my 21 and my 1 minute's back up here at 921. We could go touch that again, but there we go. Turn back around, baby. A 5 minute could get a little funky before this is over with. Not loving that little bull flag on the 2 minute there. But that volume is dying off, which kind of makes me think that maybe the people responsible for pushing this down this far are not in this push back up. So let's see what happens. I'm up 400 with 4 micros. 450. Come on. Keep dumping. Make it a bear flag on the 5 minute. Feel like, however, almost $500 now with 4 micros. Original position included. Oh, it was back to 400, 420. I feel like this, though. I feel like if we can't break this, we're going to bounce back up, which means I'm just wavering, which means what I might do is I might exit my original position. Go ahead. Okay, that's fun. Oh, they're trying to push it. Push it. Push it again. Push it again. Duck! Just in time to come in and see me make some money, dude. Alright. Well, now
this tariff fatigue going on?
Did somebody say tariff?
Yeah. Trump did.
Oh, good.
Last night.
I'm playing short this morning, so we're still in.
Good.
I've added to my position. I'm up almost $1,000 with 4 micros now.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Oh. I just hit 850. All right, now I need to protect some of this because I don't want to give any of it back because I'm on an apex. So I'm gonna exit 2 positions
Order
here.
filled.
And then I'm going to take my stop loss. I'm going to move it back down to the bottom of this in case they decide to freaking turn this thing back around on me. So like my stop loss is at like 856 right now. Very nice. Very nice. Still up $300 on the second entry position with 2 micros left over on this. God, this thing's just dumping.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I'd have taken a full position on that. Not even. This is why Duck always takes full positions, though. This is why Duck makes the big bucks, because he ain't scared. So, I think on a, let's see, 250, 251 should be fairly good protection. 253. I'm going to move it down to 253.
This is an 8-figure day, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably did that this morning before we ever woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is not your typical Friday, but I mean, like, I feel like the market's kind of gotten, it was ready to kind of bleed off at this point. So we've still got some pretty big, huh?
It had been hitting all-time highs for how long?
Yeah, for the 2 months straight.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, a couple weeks ago, we hit 14 new all-time highs in a month and a half. It just kept climbing. So yeah, what is this? ES just double bottomed on that wick right there. We've got back down into this consolidation. NQ should be pretty close to 792, I think, pretty soon. I mean, we're right over the top of 800, so we're not too far away from it if we keep dumping at this point. I don't think after this one I'm going to play anymore. I'm just going to let this one ride out. I'm not going to exit until it makes me.
Just put a trailing on it.
I'm trailing it just manually.
Oh, okay.
Stop loss is at 846. If it comes back and touches me out now, I'll lose basically about 40% of that position, that previous position, but it should still again put me well over $200 even with that remaining last position I've got. So I ain't too worried about it.
The tilt is starting to lean back to neutral right now.
Yeah, Scumbest better come out and touch me. He touched me.
He touched the bed.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be like I was about to say. Like it came up and it just like sat one tick under my stop loss and then it started to look like it was going to turn back around. All right, yeah, that's fine. We probably need a retest on that. Well, that was fun. That was
Not your typical Friday move.
No, not your typical Friday. That was $800 on with the 400 with 4 micros. So that was good. It was nice. So I'm done. I'm not touching that anymore today. You guys can have it. We'll see what we get when we get down here. I mean, like there's those bottoms, man. We've just captured all of this. We captured everything that we've given since June 27th. Or July 1st. Month. Yeah, the whole month. We did all of this, and then it took an elevator just right back down to the bottom of it. So, that's.
It took the elevator shaft, dude. That wasn't even a damn elevator.
It said hit the button, didn't wait for the elevator to get there. It just kind of stepped into it.
Man.
Jeez. So that's fun. Congratulations for anybody who was able to capture that.
Hope that goes.
Yeah, I hope you were paying attention to it, man. I mean, freaking just do it. That's all you gotta do. Just freaking do it.
Don't overanalyze it.
Yeah. No, just take the trade when you see it happen. Take the trade when you see it happen. That's all.
Good, look at that wick. Now it's going to go down again.
It's absolutely, yeah, that's a sick wick. That's the wild thing, man. It's just like away we freaking go.
Mm-hmm.
What a way to end the week. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my practice account pulled up now. I might goof around with this one. Duck, remind me to. I need to ask you about something later.
Offline?
Huh?
I said offline.
Yeah. Yeah, off mic.
Okay.
Unless you're coming to Georgia.
No.
Let's go get some coffee, man. I'll pay. For the coffee, not for the drive down here.
Oh. Okay. Let me clarify.
Jeez.
Be like, here's my expense report.
Right? We stopped
These are the
it.
trades I took.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can cover that. Sorry. That's funny.
Just seen some of the drawdown this morning.
Ooh, really?
Overnight, I should say.
Oh. So talk us through a trade that you were looking at last night and how you took, or why you took it. Do you remember like where it was?
Hold on, let me look at my
All right.
book here.
What? You journal?
Yes.
Oh, it's almost like people who journal usually do much better in trading than people who don't journal. What?
100%.
Here's a good question. While you're, while you're looking that up, I still want to hear. I would like to hear that, but I also have a question about how you journal. If you like,
Okay.
all right. I think that'd be very interesting for people to hear, like what information you keep up with, and then how you analyze it, like what's important to you.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, so, the, depending on whether it's NQ or ES, also record the entry, the high and the low of the day.
Oh, that's very interesting.
What the other indices are doing.
Oh, if it played
like
differently than the other ones.
And I also want to see how the Nikkei and London impact it.
Gotcha.
And then
obviously, if you were short or if you were long.
Right.
The
direction of the play.
And you record like the exact
size.
Time.
Yep.
Time, entry price, and then do you do time and exit price as well?
Yep. Cool. And sometimes there's multiple exits, because you'll size in and size out, so you gotta keep all track of that.
Makes sense.
What it was following, is it following the VWAP or the 5 or the 9 on a given day? Because you want to know if you can spot that the next time it happens.
How or how often it mines one over the other, maybe.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's it.
That's wild. I never thought about doing that specifically with which indicator it was working better with that day or not, because I don't trade with a lot of indicators. I have VWAP on Top Step, but it's literally the only one I have VWAP on. Like, it's just kind of up there because I never took it off.
I mean, you just want to see what has influence on a given day.
That makes a lot of sense too.
Because it can change. Sometimes sometimes it follows a 21, sometimes it follows a 5, sometimes it follows a 9.
Right.
And if you can see that, okay, it follows a 9 when London follows its 9.
Oh,
or follows
jeez.
a 9 when ES follows theirs.
This is why Duck makes the big bucks. Like, I will say, I'm not a profoundly better trader than a lot, than a lot of the professional traders for sure. And Duck is way above my level at this point. But this is why, like this, when you ask people what they do, like when you want to be as good as someone else, then you've got to figure out like what they look at and what they pay attention to. This is valuable information. If you're not writing this down, you're an idiot. So,
watch the recording.
well, have you ever recorded yourself trading and go back and watch it again?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's all written down. There's no reason to.
Well, that's true.
To me, it's and then there's evidence. No, I'm just.
Oh, jeez. But that I will say though, that would explain the difference between like a 70 to 80% win rate and an 85 to 98% win rate.
Yeah. Yeah. I closed July at 100%, but yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's awesome. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Don't think that's normal.
Well, you were saying not long ago that you had a week that you were only like 80%.
Yeah. That was in June.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So.
It happens.
Well, absolutely. Everybody's gonna have a bad week. I mean, and looking, it's more about like being able to see what you see and then stick to your guns at that point. And most people, especially when they're starting off, really don't need to try to follow more than one strategy at once. It's you master one strategy, and then you add detail to what you're seeing, and you start. Because if you probably, especially for some of you people who aren't like analytic people, if you go and try to start a book and you try to take note of everything Duck just said he watches, you're going to get completely lost. You're going to get discouraged, and you're just going to like whatever. So probably what I would just knowing the psychology of how people think sometimes is like start a notebook, write down like on the front page all the things you want to be able to eventually watch and pay attention to. The first thing you should pay attention to always is what's the day's date, what's your entry and exit time, what was your entry and exit prices, was it a win or a loss, how much did you win or lose, what was the size, just your general basic trade information. And then the next step is have a comment section off to the side. How did I feel when I was trading this? What are some details that I noticed about the chart? Was it on a news day? Was FOMC the next day? Was this happening? Was that happening? And then you go, and then once you get good at analyzing the information you have, you go back to your front page and go, oh yeah, I want to see how this starts working with the VWAP. And then you can go back and you can either look at the VWAP on the days you took those trades, or you can just start moving forward with the VWAP on what you're doing. And then once you get used to watching the VWAP analytics, then you go, okay, well, there are days that it doesn't mind the VWAP. What are some other things? The 21, the 5, the 9. And you start slowly adding those things once you're comfortable with what you see on the chart. And eventually you will start to fill in those gaps, which is what I think it sounds like Duck has been able to do. Is there was a strategy, I tried it, it worked. Now I need to go find the pieces that were missing on the days that it didn't do so well. What was I missing?
Right. Yep.
And then you just slowly add stuff in. So good stuff. That's awesome. I'm learning stuff this morning.
It's kind of interesting, while you do want to go back and look, don't go back too far and drive yourself crazy, because sometimes crazy shit just happens.
That's true too. I can 100% attest to that.
There's days you go, what the frick? And you can look under every rock and not find anything,
Right.
So,
right.
Be okay with that too.
Hey, you know what this information would be good on?
Hmm.
A podcast. You
Yeah.
you would
I know.
actually.
Well,
You
we've been
should
talking
actually.
about it, bro.
Yeah, I know. We just need to do it.
You and Jay and Freddie.
And Freddie. Yeah, I need to get together with Freddie too. He was trying to put some. He was trying to put some stuff into words. What? Okay, yeah. So is that play? The play earlier. You said that you had
Oh, yeah. It was around 11:30
11:30 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern. Yeah.
Okay, that would put us right here. And you watched the 2 minute, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's hop down to the 2 minute. Let's see what Let's see what Duck was looking at.
So,
So,
right
11:30.
when it broke the midline on the Bollinger.
Oh, you got
They're below
so a 20 SMA.
the 20, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me go
And
put
then
a 20 on there. I don't have any SMAs on my chart. All right, here we go. We'll make it yellow to make it stand out so everybody can see it.
And then you'll notice it did break above it at about 12:15, 12:18. It started to go above it a little bit.
Yes.
But it still looked like it was still trending down.
Right.
So I just kind of let that happen. It looked like it made a head and shoulders here. It hit the bottom of the head and shoulders about 120, and then got below the 21 again, or below the 20 again, and just kept going. And going.
Beautiful. So when you said drawdown, though, I mean, like if you got in at 11:30, the lowest you could have got in is, wait, ES or NQ?
Thank you.
Okay, so you got in around 23:32 ish.
Yeah, there was a phantom wick.
I see that.
Kind of scared me.
That was the draw. That was the
Yeah.
drawdown that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That was a pucker move.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, 11 points in the middle of the night. That's never fun.
Yeah, no.
Oh, jeez.
And then I got out down here at 9:45 ish.
Wait,
20.
You've held it all night long?
Yeah.
And you just now got out at the bottom of that big move right there?
Yeah. Well, 9:48. I didn't catch the last of it.
9:48. Golly, man. All right, so, but when you say drawdown, though, I mean, like, you hardly had any drawdown at all. Somehow, you managed to catch the top of a move and sell nearly at the bottom of it, which is absolutely ridiculous in my brain. Yeah, look, that's a great word for it. But did you sleep at all, or did you just watch the trade all night long?
Oh no, I slept. I just put it in and walked away.
Wow. Okay. So where was your stop loss on that trade specifically?
I was trailing it at 20%.
Okay. So wow. Okay. So like even when it popped back up at like just after 1 o'clock, it still hadn't caught your.
It didn't hit it. I don't know why, but it didn't hit it.
That's nuts. So this then, well, I guess at this point, like 20% of this move, this is obviously not anywhere near that.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely wild. So what was that's awesome. Well, I mean, and you probably couldn't have done that in anything like Apex because this would have this would have blown your account. Yeah, even if you wouldn't have even if it wouldn't have hit your stop loss, it would have blown the account right here when it pushed down and pushed back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Absolutely wild. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I will say though, I think what you did right there is very similar to something that I wanted to kind of talk to you about later too.
Okay.
that a client and myself had started to notice, actually, because he only trades at night because he's a plumber all day long. So we started really kind of sticking our noses in the overnight stuff, and it's pretty interesting.
It is.
On how continuation moves overnight. So
yeah, it's kind of scary though too because the volume sucks.
Yes, it does.
Any little deviation can get expensive fast.
Yeah. Well, and you can't put a trailing stop loss on the combined accounts. So like people like me, I was actually just thinking, like, if I want to do overnight stuff, really my only option is Top Step. Well, because it doesn't, calculate drawdown until after the play is closed, which is awesome. B, because on Apex I've got accounts combined, so trailing stop loss is out.
Right.
I don't know if there's a way to do percentages on stop loss. Yeah, it is kind of stupid. I understand why they did it, because they don't want to be responsible for something not working, and they're trying to keep everything as simple as possible. So I get it why they do it.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a
But we can
way.
still call it stupid at the same time.
Yeah, it's still stupid. It is. That's true. No, but I think I'm going to try to do some overnight swings on Top Step and see how that works. I've got some ideas on how this might work. But I started doing talking about not going back too far. I actually started doing research last night. I was trying to get the spreadsheet to work the way I wanted it to work, and I still kept hitting buttons. I think I messed something up on it, but that's okay. I got an original copy, and but I started back testing my theory from last August, and I've only made it a week. Okay. Yes, and because I was just kind of curious to see, because I wanted to see what it was like to kind of walk through different market conditions, and I know that if I started back a year ago, we saw some pretty crazy market transitions over the last year. I think probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to leave the spreadsheet alone, or I'm going to have to make a dumbed down version of it, because I see the potential for the earnings. I think I really just need to focus on, did it win, did it lose, for now, from then on out. So.
Well, because what happens is you'll get gold fever.
Right.
No.
Hey, look at there! It's come back up to touch the 20 SMA on the 5 minute.
Yep.
Oh, it's already crossed back over on the 2 minute. That's the other thing about it too, is like, I will say I love Freddie's version of things, like how he loves to just use the larger, because like he doesn't even use a 21 on the 5 minute. I don't think his, like, but maybe he does, but like I know he uses the EMAs on the 1 hour, and I know he uses 15-minute EMAs, and honestly I love him for it. Like if you see a larger trend, if you can stay over the 21 EMA on the 1 hour, or the 60 EMA on the 1 hour, and then you come back down on the 5 minute, or the 15 minute, and it can stay above the 21 EMA on that, you're probably in pretty good shape. The only other thing I will share this, the only other thing I started goofing around with, and I haven't started trading with it yet, but I am messing around with it, is like there are strategies. There is a strategy specifically out there that uses the 1 and 2 minute Heikinashi. That I know. But they use as a moving average filter. They use the 200 on both of those. So I started doing, as I started leaving it, this red line right here is tied to the 1 minute. So even if I go to the 2 minute, it stays on the 1 minute 200 EMA, and I started messing around with it. And on the 5 minute, I was messing around with EMAs, and I was like, man, that 40 EMA on the 5 minute is pretty awesome. It's pretty smooth too. And then I happened I had laid it over the top of another chart that had the 200, and it's the same exact line. The 1 minute 200 EMA and the 5 minute 40 EMA is literally like sitting right on top of each other. And I was like, funny how that works, huh? But
it's like when you go from the 1 to the 5 with the 25.
Yeah, something like that. I think the 21, the 21 on the 1 minute is the same as like the 9 or the 5 on the 5 minute.
Yeah, like good. Like here we go.
It's pretty close. The one thing that I can't seem to, what is it?
I was just watching the chart on NQ. Getting pretty. It made a bull flag and kept going.
Oof. I love it. I do love a good yeah. There's the awesome oscillator I actually have on the bottom of my Top Step account as well. I don't watch it, but I do notice it from time to time when it's about to cross north of the zero baseline. So
Poppers just do everything.
do what now?
Nothing.
Okay.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Your computer sounds really good today. Are you still in a hotel?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it sounds like 10 times better than it has all week long.
Oh, well, I changed up my the headphones that I was using. I went back to my I hadn't charged my my Bose in several weeks. Once I plugged those in,
That'll do it.
Now everybody can hear me again.
Right. It's funny how that works. I'm actually I'm sitting here. I've got to start recording videos again. I've got a whole a whole masterclass section on options, basically outlined out on paper, that I need to record. But my son's been home all day long, so I don't have the house to myself, and so he loves coming in and asking for peanut butter when I'm in the middle of doing something.
Or hot chocolate.
or hot chocolate. And then during the day I've got clients, and then by the evening time gets here, like everybody's here. And so my wife had the wonderful idea, why don't you just use our closet? Go get a backdrop. She's like, I've got a box light you can use for lighting, because she does photography on the side. And I was like, so I'm walking through, I was like, no, now I've got to get a small desk, another microphone stand that's mobile, so I can move my microphone in there. And I'm trying to figure it out. But there's no AC vents in there. You have to turn the AC off.
Oof.
And it's on the other end of the, I mean, it's going to be hot, but like I turned the AC off to record anyway because it's freaking loud. So at least my wife doesn't have to come home and go, why is it so freaking hot in this house? Why did you turn my AC off?
Right. Get in trouble that way.
Yeah, but it's like, and it's full of clothes, and so it's kind of got its built-in like sound dampening on either side of it. So like,
yeah,
man, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna set up a little desk in there and record, but it might not be till next week till I get that thing set up.
But you know what though, it'll help everybody, you know, because
I think so.
I mean, it's hard, right? Because your son sees you sitting there. I mean, he may not have fully grasped what you're doing, and I mean, I don't think.
No, of course he doesn't.
Interrupting you or doing anything along those lines, like.
All he knows is I haven't eaten in 15 minutes. I'm hungry.
And Dad's here.
And Dad's here. Exactly. So. But no, that's.
So,
I'm
that's
glad.
all right.
I have enjoyed it, but today's his first day back at school too. So.
Is it a short day, or do they go back to a full day?
Nope, full day. Just a Yeah, I know.
How do you go from being
I know.
Like 3 months to be like, here's your full day back?
Well, I think that's why they did it on a Friday. They were like, let's just give them a day, and then they get a whole weekend, and they can come back and start the week again.
It's like you don't go to the gym for like 2 years, and then you go back to the gym and try to hit your PR. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, oddly enough, you could probably get pretty close because your muscles just haven't. You're like, oh yeah, and then the next day, like you can't.
Oh yeah.
Lift a spoon to your mouth, or wash your hair.
That was a fun trade.
Oh, you played that back up? Yeah, I'm just here watching.
Just that candle. That's just the 2-minute candle right now.
Just that 2-minute candle right now. You got.
Yeah.
So where did you get in at? Just out of curiosity.
I got in at 9.79 and a quarter. I caught it on the way up.
Oh, so you let it pull back. You let it pull back into the middle of that candle on the way back up. You got in and rode it back up for 24 points. Yeah, these are big. These are freaking huge candles for a Friday, man. Mm-hmm. The 2-minute average true range is 35.5 points. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lee. I just now noticed that.
And then you gotta go 34.5 times 4, and that's your number of ticks.
That's true too. Yeah, I mean that means you're sitting over 100 ticks per candle on average on the 2 minute.
Mm-hmm.
On
And
the
when you're
2
playing,
minute,
you know,
the 5 minute is 44, almost 45. That's absolutely ridiculous.
is it almost 5,000 per tick?
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do
That's when you start laughing.
it. Imagine if I had gone. So my max on trades is usually 5 micros.
Yeah.
So I went in with less than half of that today, and I made almost $1,000
Just,
with my
Okay.
add-in. So like,
Yeah.
man, I just I was playing a little
Yeah,
soft
that's it.
with it being on Friday, but
Hi, what's up, buddy?
oh,
I see you.
it's Big Puppy.
Yeah, it is Big Puppy.
All right, it is now 10:32. I do have a call right at 11 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, especially since I'm recording. Hopefully, the system doesn't do what it did the other day, because I tried rendering videos and uploading them on Tuesday night to start, or Wednesday night to start getting some of this stuff out, and it would not. No, sorry, Tuesday night, because I did post them on Wednesday. Whenever I posted them. Did I post them last
I
night?
accidentally grabbed one of those.
Whenever I posted them. I think I posted them yesterday morning. That's what it was. So hopefully I have this thing up by the end of the day. But this is good information. You should go back, watch this, send it to your friends who trade, if you have any.
Yeah.
All my friends who trade are in here, so you're my friends.
Aw.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
That's hilarious. Alright, Phil. Well, I got an appointment here in a few minutes. So.
All right, so do I. So we'll wrap it up. Any last questions, complaints, or comments? Emmett, he said, "Oh, Grant, man, I forgot. Grant was 904 short order set 919. So Grant's still playing. But yeah, man, Duck, pay attention. Not pay attention. Sorry, I'm thinking Duck. Nice to have you on this morning. Thanks for your voice and your wisdom, and good luck on your appointment.
Yeah.
And for everybody else, you know where to find us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.